So it's not getting any cooler. It's really, really hot. And it's like, I think it's almost 7 o'clock. I did make spaghetti tonight. I made spaghetti. However, I made a massive pot of it, and I did give some to my neighbors, to my friends, because there's no way in hell I'm going to eat that much hamburger. And you know, to be honest with you, I'm a little sick eating hamburger. I really am. I want to buy myself, when I get the funds, I'm going to buy myself a whole chicken, and I'm going to cut it up and make, you know, basically, what did I make last time? I made wraps and I made flatbread. I make my own flatbread with non-gluten flour, and so that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to make it, I kind of made it into a pizza one time, like on a flatbread, and it was just big enough for me. It was about this big, right? So there is a video of, I made a video of that, of how I made the flatbread, but it tastes so good. And the truth is, I'm getting tired of eating hamburger. I get tired of it. And now, the hamburger that I buy, it almost looks like, geez, my eyes look so black, and I don't even have that much. What's going on? That's weird. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just getting sick of hamburger. I'm getting sick of it. But well, I forgot where I was, lost my train of thought there. That's old age. Okay, so when I buy the hamburger, I buy the ground hamburger, which is basically the leftovers, right? And then they grind it up together, put a little bit, I know they do this because I have a friend who works in a butcher shop. So they put a little bit of fresh blood in it, and then they repackage it and sell it. And that's what they do with that ground stuff. I'm damn sure they do. However, I think I'm going to nix on that. I'm not going to buy it anymore because I don't like, when I cook it, I can see either the food coloring or the blood that they've added. I can see it coming out. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm sick of it. To be honest with you, I could actually turn into a vegetarian just like that overnight. I mean, I like my meat, but I'm not into all the crap that they're putting into it lately. And now they're even growing hamburger in a lab. Did you know that? They're growing hamburger in a lab, yeah, in a petri dish. Like seriously, you know, they can grow meat in a petri dish, but next thing they'll be growing arms and skin. Well, actually, they do that. They do have the means to grow tissue, yeah, to expand tissue in a petri dish. So, you know, and now they've actually started that in labs where they're growing meat, and they have actually, the FDA has actually okayed it to be sold in the stores. And you have to be very careful. You have to look for that little seal. If there's a little sticker on the package of meat, peel that sticker up and look under it. And under it, you'll see that that meat has been grown in a lab. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The truth is, I never check to see where it's grown. I never do. And the reason why is because I live in Canada. Like Canada, I mean, we have so many restrictions on us now. Like Canada used to be a free country. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I went to the military. I was in the military, and I would have put my life on the line for this country, but not now. Not now. This country, the kids that are growing up and being raised in this country now, they don't really have anything to look forward to because everything has been stripped. I mean, farming, they're taking farming from us. They're like everything. Jobs are being handed out left and right, but not to our kids. Educations are more expensive than they ever were. Like, seriously, like, there's not much for our kids to look forward to. When I was a kid, I looked forward to a career. I looked forward to schooling and going to university. I look forward to those things. The kids that are growing up now, they're lucky if they can afford a meal for supper when they're in elementary grades, you know? And now the government is going to feed our kids. So instead of helping the families buy their own groceries and feed their own children what they want them to feed, or want to feed them, or want their children to grow up eating, to be healthy, yeah, so the government is going to step in and they're going to feed our kids. And what are they going to feed our kids? I wonder. Tell me we're not going to have an obesity crisis in our world or a cancer crisis in our world with all the sugars and things that are being fed to the kids. But as soon as somebody steps up, or a doctor, holistic doctor, steps up and says, that's not good, you shouldn't eat that, that's got preservatives, that's got carcinogens, they shut him down. They shut him down. Yeah. Farmers start, drinking their own cow's milk, right? They shut them down because why? It's not pasteurized. But you know something? We need those probiotics. We need those bacteria and those viruses in our bodies, okay? Naturally, they provided defense against illness and disease. But, I'm not going to get into that crap. I've already got into too much, right? So, yeah. So I went for my walk today, and I did make spaghetti, and I'm just tired of eating meat. I'm tired of eating it. So I think what I'm going to do for this next week is I'm going to stick to fruits and vegetables. I'm a little leery on eating. I bought apples. Apples were on sale the other day, and I'm a little leery on eating only apples because apples have a lot of natural sugar in it, right? So I have to be very leery about that. But I don't mind chopping up an apple and putting it in a salad or making some applesauce, and putting some cinnamon in. That's okay. That's okay. When I make my applesauce, I do not put any pectin. I don't put any sugar, nothing. It's all natural. And I used to make my own apple juice. And I would use distilled water or water that I boiled the calcium out of. And I would literally boil the apples in the water. And that water had a lot of nutrients in it. Yeah, has a lot of nutrients. So I would cool it down, put it in the fridge, and I would drink that a little bit every day. So, there's things that you can do. And let me give you another example. I went dandelion picking this summer in a field where they hadn't sprayed any pesticides. And I picked up some dandelion and I dried it on my dehydrator, and I got enough to make dandelion tea. I got enough to sprinkle into my if I'm cooking a food or something like my hamburger, I would sprinkle some dandelion, oregano leaves, those type of things, spices, and the dandelion. You're able to feed yourself. There are root vegetables that you can eat. You can eat, I think it's cattails where you can eat the bottom, and I know a field right down the street. If things got tough, I could survive. Because I have learned what foods I can eat. And you can eat a lot of flowers, yeah. A lot of flowers. I think it's nasturtiums. I think that's what they're called, the orange ones. You can eat them. You can put them in salads. You can eat field greens. Where do you think they get the field greens that they sell at the store? They get them from a field. Well, mind you, it's a field that they have sown them in, but the truth is, yeah, you can eat field greens. So there's a lot of things that you can do to survive. As I said, where I am in Canada, the prices are absolutely horrible. Horrible. It's $3 and some odd cents a pound for cabbage. And cabbage is amazing. So I'm kind of relooking at my food budget, and I'm looking at the fact that, this past summer, I haven't really wanted to cook meat. I haven't really wanted to, have a lot of noodles and even rice. I'm pulling away from that, and I'm starting to get more basic. And I don't know whether it's because I'm getting older and I just don't have that appetite for that heavy food, and it's not even because I can't really afford the prices that they have at the store. I think it's moreover because I know that they're not healthy for me. So, I'm kind of looking at my food budget, and I'm saying, I can eliminate that, and I have to try to find some more Celtic salt. I can't find it anywhere. It's hard to get. It's expensive when you do get it. So, there's a whole long list of stuff that I need to replenish. I need cinnamon, I need ginger, I need oregano, I need cloves, lemon juice. Turmeric. There's a big long list. Yeah. So my thought on the matter is, at least if I replenish it, if I stockpile a few of those items, if shit hits the fan, and trust me, like the stuff that's going on in the world now, you never know when someone's going to press that button. It's just like, it's just getting crazy. It's getting crazy, the things that are going on in our world. I watch the news, I have to turn it off. I get like anxious. I can't even watch the news, you know? And in Canada, I can't repost the news. So I have to call my friend or my kids or whoever when I want to talk to them about the news. I could just, before I used to be able to just send them the article. You can't do that anymore. It's just crazy. So I got to take a mouthful of my cayenne water because I did have a little bit of spaghetti. Not a lot, because I just kind of got sick of it. Yeah, I put some in the freezer. I gave some to my neighbors, some to my friends, so. So there's my mouthful of cayenne, and I'm chomping on a ginger. And I've done all my exercises. I did all my meditation. I've done yoga. I've done stretches. So basically, I guess I could watch a couple of movies. That's the problem with being old. It's freaking boring. It's boring. I never should have sold my car. I miss my car. I really do. I miss my car. Yeah. And I had a good stereo. I had a really good stereo. Yeah. Yeah. So let's keep the fingers crossed for that lotto, and there might be a Volkswagen sitting in my driveway tomorrow. So anyhow, have a wonderful weekend, and I shall see you on the next video. I'm trying to post more so that I haven't posted for a long time, and it kind of lets, it lets my family members kind of get in touch with me to see how I'm doing, what I'm doing, where I am, how my healing journey is going. And, that's what it's about. It's not about having anybody follow me or do what I'm doing. It's about letting people know that I'm still kicking, I'm still here, and I'm not ready. I'm not ready to leave this world yet. There's much more to do. So I shall see you in the next video. The good Lord be with you. Have a good weekend.